2, 1.
Go.
Boom! We're back, everybody. Literally, we're back at Five Guys Flippin Pies in Wolcott, Connecticut. I came here and took on their Goliath pizza challenge about 2 months ago. But this time, I'm back with none other than Josh the Goat, and we're taking on the team version of the Goliath. Now, that Team Goliath challenge, the rules are slightly different, but pretty similar. We still have 1 hour to complete a 28-inch pizza. Doing so will get us on the Wall of Fame, a free t-shirt, and a free pizza. And if you fail, you get put on the Wall of Shame, and you have to pay about $50 for the whole pizza.
The pepperoni and sausage on here is amazing.
As Josh is mentioning right here, this isn't a cheese pizza like I had to tackle last time. This has sausage and pepperoni. And let me tell you, they loaded this up with pepperoni and sausage. I watched them as they meticulously laid down a pepperoni on the entire pizza. It covered every bit underneath the cheese. And I'm a geek. I had to count. There was 180 slices of pepperoni. And not only that, you would think that's plenty, but then they got to add the sausage. And what makes Five Guys Flippin' Pies so great? They don't use the little gross sausage crumbles you get at Domino's or your cafeteria pizza. There's something oddly nostalgic about that, but let's be real. It's not the best quality sausage. This sausage at Five Guys, premium. They use fresh ground sausage. So they literally dolloped out fresh little pieces of sausage onto every pepperoni slice. And I told you there's 180 slices of pepperoni on this. So there's so much sausage on this. Pepperoni sausage, it gets coated in cheese. They threw it in the oven. It came out looking divine. And so then we got here and we just started going at it. Now this is my second pizza challenge. So I tried to remember all the things that slowed me down last time. So I came in this time not fearing using liquids. I poured out my sodas just in case I wanted to dunk any crusts. But surprisingly, the added meat on this pizza added so much grease that it helped with the lubrication in terms of the crust. So it was so easy for me anyway to really just slam back slice after slice. I didn't have to dunk or drink too much. The fluids was really just to kind of keep my mouth and throat clear. Other things I learned from the last time, just to keep going, just try to find a consistent pace. I was super stoked about this because last time I did this challenge, I remember the halfway point of the pizza was when the reality of how much pizza I had left to eat was settling in, and it sort of freaked me out. So I felt really confident this time, knowing that I'm gonna come in here. I'm only gonna have to eat half the pizza, and it's gonna be before I hit my mental wall. And also knowing that, I remember the time it took me to eat the first half of the solo challenge. I remember thinking if I had a partner who could eat as fast as me, we would smoke the all-time team record held by BeardMeatsFood and Wayne. And so when Josh hit me up, he was going to be in the area taking on some challenges. He had a couple pizza ones in mind, and we were thinking about doing the Worcester Street pizza, the one for Man versus Food. But I've heard stories about that pizza, and I know for a fact that Five Guys Flippin' Pies makes a better pizza. And I thought, if we're gonna go for a challenge, let's go for the tastier one. And that's a PSA to anyone. If you're coming to Connecticut, that's great. You want to do the Man versus Food, that's honorable. But if you want a really good pizza, please come down to Five Guys Flippin' Pies. The owner is super kind. He's super cool. He would love to make you a Goliath, even if you don't want to do it as a challenge. came up here, Josh came here, and we had our eyes set on taking back that record from Mr. Beard Meats Food. This is a win for America. Coming to my state trying to take the record from us. Get out of here! I joke. Beard's a big inspiration. It was fun to try to attempt beating his record. So here we are. I'm finishing my 4th slice. It's absolutely delicious. This is a really great pizza. It's a bright sunny day. It's funny, I'm recording this voiceover after my week of MESHUGGAH, and I'm just looking at my MESHUGGAH shirt and reeling in the excitement of getting to see MESHUGGAH live. If you love MESHUGGAH, drop some MESHUGGAH love in the comments below. What's your favorite song, favorite album? Give me your definitive ranking. Did you get to see him live on this tour? It was awesome!
You want to keep going, you can.
So here, this is a very critical moment for me. I had eaten 4 slices, and I felt bad. I didn't want to dig into Josh's half, quote unquote, but I had a good rhythm going, and we were so close to just crushing the time. So I dove in, started eating that 5th piece. And I will say, probably about this point in the pizza, eating the 5th slice, I got nervous thinking, oh, was I a real jerk for taking this pizza? What if this slice takes me forever to get down? Oh no. So it's really funny for me knowing this in the future, that there's something about halfway through this pizza in particular is where my brain starts to send me doubt and worry. The second guessing comes in. Because physically, I felt fine. I wasn't overly stuffed. I was chucking along with this. I gotta double check the weight on this. I totally forgot. I think the whole pizza itself weighed about 7.5 pounds. And that's really nothing for me. I usually eat about 7.5 pounds of straight up vegetables every night. So the fact that I'm splitting 7.5 pounds, it's probably what, 3-4 pounds? That's really lightweight for me. And I'm not saying that in a cocky, oh, it's only 4 pounds. But I know the way I eat. I eat like a dummy every night. 4 pounds is really nothing. So we were lucky here. Clearing off this pizza, making fast work of it. I thought it'd be really funny to get under 10 minutes. Spoiler, that's not it. It wasn't in the cards today, but we still finished dang fast. And took that record back. Another exploration for me in these challenges, most challenges have been super filling, and I don't eat anything when I go home. I do my usual. So that's my treat, is the challenge. But I've actually been messing around with extending my, because it kind of comes from the cheat meal mentality. I've never done cheat meals because I hate this idea of cheating, quote, cheating, eating bad foods. Ooh, I'm doing something bad. I always hated it, and I just felt like a justification to eat just a bunch of BS. And so I've never done it, and I still feel weird about it. But there's something about the restaurant challenges that it's very similar, but it feels different. And so I've been just extending the grace I give myself in these challenges. Like, I'm giving myself permission to eat pizza. I never gave myself permission to eat pizza at home or on a day off. So here, you got permission to eat pizza. I know I don't need to eat anything else, but I thought, it'd be fun to treat myself to a little something after. So I went home, had some ice cream, Haagen-Dazs, peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter. I had to try it. I've seen so many good reviews of it, and it definitely lived up to the expectation. Just another fun exploration, the food exploration. See where we are right at the end. Josh is wrapping up his final slice.
Home stretch, you got it, man. What we got?
Here I am.
9:54.
I could go for another slice. This was an optimistic run for me too, because I was nervous after my first run with Goliath. The thought of doing Capetta's 30 and 30 solo was really scary. But after seeing how much my pizza eating skills, dare I say, have improved since that one, I feel like I might be able to actually do the Capetta's 30 and 30. Interesting to think about topping choice too, because I was just going to do Hawaiian pizza because I felt light. But there's something about like a greasy topping that might help lubricate. There we are. You better believe it was a fantastic pizza. There it is. The official time. 10:39. We smoked the old record by a full 2 minutes. We're now number one. This is really fun. I got a couple other fun challenges coming up.
Yeah, the crust wasn't overdone.
Got a nice homemade one. A couple surprises. I don't want to say anything too soon because it's just going to be a lot of fun. But I just want to thank everybody for watching. Let me know if there's something I didn't address. Any questions about the pizza challenges? Any questions about MESHUGGAH? I will always be available to geek MESHUGGAH. Man, I will say greasy pizza, very greasy pizza, but the grease helped. But yeah, I'm rambling now. Just thank you for watching. Drop any food challenge requests or suggestions in the comment, because right now I'm sort of exploring the idea of creating at-home challenges, and it's really like kind of grinding my gears. It's tough to think of one or find one that makes sense. Maybe if somebody gives a suggestion, I might get the gears rolling. But I'll leave it off with this little picturesque pose of us with "We conquered the Goliath." We seriously did. Thank you so much to Josh the Goat for coming up, letting me team up with him. He's a really cool guy. Learned some filming tips from him, and he's just an inspiration. Hearing about all of his challenges, go subscribe to him if you haven't already. Really cool guy. But thanks for eating with me again, and enjoy your food, whatever you're eating. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.